Hey everybody, Palm Springs Cindy. I am getting things ready to make my relish tray to take tomorrow. That's one of the things I'm taking. And I was just pulling my veggies and things out of the refrigerator, and my ring light was up, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna turn on my camera and visit with you guys while I get my vegetables washed and prepared. Okay, to start with, I have carrots, cauliflower, orange and yellow bell pepper, radishes, cucumber, and a red cabbage. Plus, I have these condiments to add to the tray. Mostly vegetables. And then I'm gonna try to make a little bowl out of the red cabbage and put my dip in that. So, but I do want to wash off some of these veggies. So here we go. Here's some carrots. You know, I don't have fancy equipment. I still just use my cell phone. But and in fact, even though the lighting should be really good, because I'm facing my patio with a lot of natural light, but I can tell by what I'm seeing in my camera that the lighting is not red hot. And like I said the other day, my eyes have been tearing and watering, and they are right now. Okay, I'm gonna wash off my cucumber. I wanted to share with you while I'm doing this. I went to a casino the other night. I'm not a casino person, but I went to, I think it was Spotlight 29. I am on my way out tonight. I'm going to a casino. Oh, see, there goes my ring. I'm standing outside waiting for my ride. And I'm not sure which casino we're going to, but we're going to have dinner and maybe gamble a little bit. I brought a roll of quarters that I usually have saved for mahjong. So anyway, I'm just out here waiting, and maybe I will be able to take some video. I noticed that a lot of people are doing videos on the slot machines, and so, you know, maybe that's something. I'll do that tonight. I don't know. Okay, I've got my jacket half on and half off. So I've got this cute little leather jacket over a black dress. And because I'm much more comfortable in a dress than pants, because my waist and bottom are so big, it's not good. Hi. So, oh, okay, I've got to go. We have two casinos that are really close to where we live. They're on the other side of the highway, the freeway, but they're still very easy to get to. You know, you drive over, you pull into valet parking, which half the time is free, but you know, you still have to tip. We went and had dinner, and it was happy hour. One of the gals knew about stuff. So it was happy hour, and the restaurant had a special, a barbecue plate special. Well, it came, they were like, oh, well, what does that come with? And it comes with barbecued ribs, brisket, baked beans, maybe not baked beans, mac and cheese, a little half a piece of corn that was charred like on a barbecue. And I think that was it, but it was and sausage. Of course, everything barbecue. Now, I even said, you know, I would rather them don't put so much food on a plate and put the prices down, because it was crazy. I didn't want that. But I ordered the House Club sandwich, and I'm going to keep some of that on there. And it was great. And then, of course, once again, way too much food, so we ended up. So one of the gals says, "Well, I'm going to take a doggy bath." And I was like, well, you're going to carry the doggy bag around at the casino? And she said, no, I'm going to ask them to hold it. So we did, and they did. So that was good. So we all took doggy bags. I'm cutting this cauliflower. And you know what? Mine wasn't really good the next day. There was mayonnaise on it, and the mayonnaise, there's really too much. And the mayonnaise seeped through the bread. Anyway, it was not red hot. So I kind of took a few pieces of turkey off, but I ended up dumping it. But I'm sure the other gals with the barbecue brisket and sausage, I'm sure their plates were good the next day. Okay, I'm washing off my cauliflower. And, you know, I went to a store that we have here called Stater Brothers. I have a Ralph's right down the street, but it's always so packed. The checkout lines are an hour long. You can't find a parking place. So I don't go there, and it's really the closest one. Plus, I've heard that their prices are high. I think all the prices are high. And then, so I go to Stater Brothers, which is a little farther away, but I think the prices are better. And now I'm going to use the lettuce to line my tray to make it look pretty. In fact, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to open that yet. And I'm going to get my radishes. So I went to Stater's. When I got there, it wasn't that crowded. But by the time I left, it was getting crowded. And so I was glad I was leaving. But then I wanted to get those aluminum pans that are just disposable. And we're going to cook the potatoes in those, the yam casserole. And then I called my sister and I said, do you want me to pick some? I'm at the dollar store. After I left Stater Brothers, I went to the dollar store to get those aluminum trays. Hold on. And while I was there, I picked up some extra little boxes, aluminum boxes with lids for people that, if they wanted to take something home, that they would have storage. My grandpa used to do that. So then I called my sister and I took a picture of the aluminum foil aisle trays and stuff. And I said, do you want me to get a couple of these for you and Gerhardt? If, like everything that's left over, we can put in these aluminum trays, put the lid on, and you can put them in your fridge. And you don't have to get out she doesn't have stuff like Tupperware and things like that anymore. So she said, yeah, get some. So I got a couple extra. I got 4, nice size, extra foil little boxes that we can then put our leftovers and stuff in. Because I'm hoping, we'll have leftovers for the next day. That's the best part. Or even later that night. Even later that night. Okay, I'm cleaning off my radishes. And this will just save time later. But I don't want to do too much that the vegetables aren't fresh for tomorrow, that they're starting to look disheveled. So, okay, back to the casino. So we had dinner. And then after that, one of the gals had a card. Evidently, you can get these cards when you go to a casino, and then you accumulate points. And then I guess through the years or months, if you get so many points, then you get so many free things, a free room, a free whatever. So I said, well, I want to get one of those cards. So she said, yeah. So we walked over, and the 2 of us went over and got a card. Well, with a card, they gave you $10 to start gambling with. So we decided we were going to play. We were going to sit at the bar and play poker. They're just flat, press, poker. And there are all kinds of games that you can play there while you're sitting there. So I used my $10, and I played quite a while. before I lost that. I got, like I said, I played quite a while. It was a little bit, I'm not a gambler. I'm not, like I said, I don't really go to casinos much, unless it's for a musical tribute, which they're having one for the Beatles at the beginning of December, I think. And we're going to go to that. It's $10, and I think they do it outside on the patio. And I just love going to those tributes because they sound just like real people, and they're fun. So, okay, so then I played with my $10. I ended up losing that and still wanting to play. So then I put my own money in. I put $20 in. I played on that for a really long time. And then I ended up, an hour or so later, I lost that. And I didn't really have any more cash. So I went to, what did I have? Oh, I had a bunch of quarters because I got like a roll of quarters for when I play Mahjong. There's one group that plays for money. So I happen to have those. So I said, well, can I put quarters in? They go, no, you've got to go to the cashier. So I walked over to the cashier and I had $7 worth of quarters. So I got 7 ones or a voucher, whatever. And then I went back to my little spot and I gambled that. Once again, it took, that lasted a while. So finally, I still wanted to play and I needed more money. So I had a $20 bill. And no, I'm wrong. I went to the cashier, I got my $7. Then I had, on my way back to play in that machine, I thought, oh, I'm gonna play blackjack. So I stood at a table for a little while and then I watched and so I sat down and the circus master, the guy that manages the area, walks around the area, he saw me and I kind of went, and I said, I want to play blackjack. I haven't done, he goes, do you go to the casino much? I said, no. He goes, oh, I can tell. So anyway, he showed me, you sit there, it's a $25, you have to give him $25 to start your game, yada, yada. So I was like, okay, so I gave him $25. I sat down, this really cute couple were there. Oh, forget it, I lost at the first hand. I'm like, I'm done? I had 20, thank you very much, but the dealer had 21. And they said, I didn't have 20, I had 17. And I said, you mean I'm done? I don't get to keep playing? They go, no, you're done. So I just lost $25. They go, yeah. Rum! I was done. Onions. So that's why I don't gamble. So anyway, I got my phone out because the other gals were still playing. Terry, my friend, won $285, I think. She's the luckiest gal. So I sat there and then Kathy came over and said, I said, I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. So she goes, yeah, me neither. And then I kind of started to walk away. She goes, wait, Terry's winning. She's won over $200. So she's got to stay here till she's done. So okay, so I got my phone out and I just started playing games on my phone and talking to Kathy. I said, and don't forget we have to go to the, go pick up our doggy bags on our way out. And so finally Terry finished. She went close to $300, $289 or something. And so we went to the restroom, washed our hands, and got our doggy bags and came home. So it was a fun evening because the casino's quite small, and they were still putting up some Christmas ornaments. So that was kind of fun. And then, but there I see the attraction, the lights, the people watching, the people that are winning, the ding, 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 and all that stuff. So, and you think in the back of your mind, that could be me. And then you start playing and then you get, you start putting in, you get invested. But I was uninvested after losing $25 in about 5 seconds. There you go. Okay, let's see what else. I'm cleaning off these onions. And my little, let's see if I can do this. My precious little nieces, who we call the little ladies, they're gonna be there. And I got them, I put them away already. I got 3 Elsa microphones. Now, if you don't know what that is, fasten your seatbelt, because an Elsa microphone, well, hold on, I'm gonna go get it. You're gonna crack up. Hold on, hold on. Now, I can't press the button because copyright laws, she'll start singing, but there are 2 buttons, and the top one is the microphone. So if you just want to play with the microphone, you can hit that button. Let's see if I can do that. Hello, 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 microphone on. And then if you press this button, then the song comes on. Let it snow, let it snow, or let it go, let it go. I don't even know, but it's the little Elsa song. And the girls are totally hooked on this character. She's a little ice queen or something. And she sings, and the girls have all the princess dresses. And, oh, see, here we go. I've got to go.
Okay, cool.
I gotta go. Go away. Don't play. I had trouble getting that one off because I was going to put batteries in them, but they come with batteries. So then you press the bottom button, and then the lady that sings the Elsa song starts singing. So then I have videos they've taken of the kids, and they're singing. They're like singing in their jammies, and one of them's still little, and she's singing in her little diaper. I can hear it still going. That one I have trouble with. So I have those to bring tomorrow, and the mom said the girls are practicing, putting on a show for us. I can't wait. Okay, I am gonna sign off because I think I'm gonna, well, I'm not sure about what I'm going to do, if I'm going to go on and slice more or whatever, but I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We have so much to be thankful for. You know, our freedom, our families, our friends. We just, you know, whatever stage of life you're in, whatever you're up to right now, I'll say, just, you know, think of all the positive, wonderful things that we have in our lives. So I thank God for that. I thank God for this country that I live in. And I thank God for my family, my loved ones, my friends, my beautiful home, my health, my precious Poppy. And P.S. I love you. Mwah. Until our next conversation. Bye-bye.